All right, we are coming up to our intended fishing spot for the morning. Fishing that same deep weed line that we fished in the last couple of videos, and anywhere from 10 to 15 feet of water. A ton of fog, as you can see. Gonna be starting with Topwater. Be throwing some spinnerbaits, and we'll go from there. See how they're biting. And my brother's starting with a buzzbait. I'm starting with this hollow body frog. Don't necessarily need the hollow body frog right here because they're more or less, you know, submerged weeds, but still gonna try it anyway. Oh,
it's right off the bat.
Topwater?
Yeah.
Just sitting there.
Sat there, I gave it one pop.
All right, first fish. Not a bad bass to start the day with. Not bad.
Okay.
Not bad to start the day with. If I don't get anything off the frog in the next, I don't know, a couple minutes, I'll swap over to a popper. Oh,
Bam.
He came right towards me. I still haven't, couldn't get a hook set on him. Kept coming right towards me. Went for my initial hook set and really couldn't get it just because he had traveled right towards me after he hit. So they're definitely liking it paused this morning. It's the second fish and pretty much 2 casts where we got a hit. I just didn't get a good hook set on mine. He definitely had the frog though. If I would have got good contact with it, he would have been hooked. And them 2 fish were in probably 15 feet of water. It's right where they were last time. That's strange. 2 hits right off the bat, and we're about 5 minutes after them and haven't got another hit.
Bam.
Fish on?
Yep.
Topwater?
No.
Fluke. I'm over here swapping rods around. My brother stuck one on a Fluke, small one. It's like a little 1-pounder. Doesn't look like the fish are over here as good as they were last time. All right, I hate to bust a spinnerbait out so early, but Topwater is just really not producing this morning. So we're gonna try winging the spinnerbait for a couple minutes. Hate to bust it out that early, but all right, so this is what I had tied on. We'll run that for a couple minutes. I normally go to more of a natural colored, but we'll try it. Still kind of early. Sun's just coming up over there. Like they weren't there during the week.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. First fish for me. It's off the spinnerbait. Could be a decent one. He's kind of coming right towards me, so I don't know what size fish we're looking at. Fighting like a champ though. There we go. Little one, but felt like he was about 3 times as big. There we go. First one of the day. Came off that deep weed line I mentioned earlier. In probably, I don't know, minimum of 10 feet. Could be pushing 12 to 15. And with this fish, we did cast over here with Topwater, and that fish didn't hit on any of the Topwater lures we threw. Now this is very strange. Not even a week after fishing this, and it's like a completely different lake. For some reason, fish just aren't here. Really no good explanation for it. I mean, we fished here last weekend. Caught a ton of fish out of this exact area, and oh, just as I'm saying that.
Just letting it sit there.
Well, I guess that kind of confirms what we've seen so far, is the fish just really aren't hitting much on top. You know, they're not even really wanting to hit the spinnerbait. You know, that's the second or third fish he's caught off the Fluke, with the Fluke just kind of sitting there. Maybe we just got to slow down a little bit, because I'm pretty sure I casted right over in that same spot and didn't get hit on the spinnerbait. So we're cruising out of this spot. There's some fish here, but they're being kind of sluggish. You know, they're not wanting to hit the Topwater. They're not wanting spinnerbaits. Did get a few fish throwing a Fluke really slow, but we're gonna go and try a different spot, see if the fish hit a little better over that way. All right, heading back to Weedless Frog. My brother's got a few hits this past shoreline, so I'm gonna throw the frog for a couple minutes and see if we can get a fish on it. Gotta be bass hanging out in all this grassy type of weed. Oh, small one. Just small fish today. Well, certainly not the fish we normally catch on the shoreline. And that fish was, I mean, really just kind of out off the shoreline. I mean, there's no weeds over there to my knowledge. Mucky bottom, probably 8 feet of water. And he really didn't hit this that hard. I really didn't even see him hit it. He just kind of sucked it in. And we're moving into some different structure. So we went from that deep weed shoreline to more lily pads and shallow. anywhere from 2 to 4 feet of water. I mean, really, this is like one of my least productive areas of the lake. I don't know why. Oh, oh, oh. See, small one. Just came up and kind of rolled at it. Oh, here we go. Got him. Got him. Yeah, not bad. Certainly my biggest of the day. See if we can get him through these weeds. There we go. Not bad bass, frogfish. Good thing about these frogs is when they hit it, they normally get it pretty good. I mean, that's way back there. That's way back there. There we go. Chunky little guy. And I don't know how well you can see it, but he came between this lily pad patch and this other one. Kind of right out in the middle of both of them. Probably 4 feet of water or so, plus or minus. All right, see if there's anything in this little stream open in here. Yeah, I saw one move. I got one at least looking at it. Could be a little bass. There's some activity up here, but probably mostly small fish would be my guess.
Oh, smoked it. Came out of the bank.
Came out of the bank?
Yep.
Huh, maybe that's where the fish were this whole time. We were thinking maybe they're out deeper and maybe they're right up in the bank. So we're kind of ultra shallow here.
Not bad either.
We're only in about a foot of water.
Chunk.
Brother stuck that nice one. He cast it about 10 feet from shore, and that bass came out from the bank. Actually saw the wake, and the bass smoked it. So we're gonna, I don't know, maybe try some shoreline fishing. I'm gonna throw on a jig. This is a good place to throw a jig. All right, so we're gonna kind of backtrack a little bit. Pulled up to this shallow shoreline and stuck a few fish right off the bat. I mean, it's only, I don't know, a foot tops, but we do have a few undercuts here. Probably can't see it, but you know, these brushes do kind of come out a little bit, so bass may be hiding under, you know, these bushes. It's on that worm gear up front.
Oh, I was just getting ready to pull.
And I casted to that exact spot with a topwater. That fish didn't want any part of it. So, as you can see, my brother's still using a spinnerbait. I'm trying a jig just for something different. Certainly if he keeps poking them, you know, I'll move over to a spinnerbait, but just trying to get some fish on different lures. Fish?
Yep.
All right, so I'm having a real hard time not swapping over to the spinnerbait right now.
It's a fish.
That's like 3 fish to my none on the topwater, and now with a jig. All right, so we're pulling off that shoreline, kind of back where we turned off shallow, and we're gonna hit some deeper weed beds. All right, putting the jig down. Gave that the old college try for about 20 minutes and just couldn't get it done. It's one of my least productive lures. I know people love them, but just something I've never had good luck with. I've never done well with a jig.
$400, but you know, it's already.
Oh, oh, oh.
There you go.
Got him. Coming right towards me. Still haven't got a good hook set. Yeah, not a bad fish. Just kind of a little pop. Oh, he came off. Couldn't get a hook set on that fish. Came off this weed line here, and from the second of that fish hitting, he came right towards me. It was in the 3 range, 3, 3.5. All right, so we moved into a shoreline that has some pretty dense cover, as you can see. And we're just gonna kind of pick this apart. Gonna get in as close as we can. I'm throwing a weedless frog. What do you have on, a fluke? Oh, fish coming right towards you. Strange. Oh man, that was a nice fish. Oh, he's on. I thought that fish took off. Thought I lost it. First cast with a spinnerbait. Threw the jig for probably 20 minutes. Just threw the frog for probably another 20. Just intentionally trying to catch fish off something other than spinnerbait. Go to the spinnerbait and catch one first cast. And that was kind of funny. I either hooked a fish and that fish got off and I caught that one, or this one hit it and came straight towards me, because when I went for the hook set, I could have swore I lost that fish. Back to the frog. Oh, there we go. Get that one. Nope, he came off. Huh. Felt good contact with that one, but just didn't get it. don't know if I didn't get enough hook set. We did have some forward boat travel, which may have thrown my hook set off, but at least it was a hit. All right, we are heading off the shoreline. It's been a really tough bite in shallow, so we're going to head out into a deep hole that's right around 15 feet of water. Depending on how far we go on that deep hole, it does drop down to 40. So we're going to head out there. From what we could tell the last time we fished it, there are some submerged weeds, you know, that are anywhere from 2 to 3 feet long, down in about 15 feet of water, and then bass hang in them weeds. So that's where we're heading now. We do have some activity out this way, so hopefully we find some fish. Oh, there we go. Yep. There we go. Yep, spinnerbait. Feels decent. All right, right out here. Whole lot of nothing, except them weeds on bottom.
Fish.
Got one?
Yep.
Perfect. Here we go. That's the best action we've had all day. Moved off the shoreline, hit this deep weed bed here, and hooked up immediately. Solid fish. All right, he's just hooked with the trailer hook there. There we go. Not bad. Spinnerbait.
Another one.
There we go. All right, solid fish.
Oh, that's a good one too, I think.
Good one?
Yeah.
There we go. Off the Handmade Spinnerbait. My brother's on again. Yeah, the thing with these is they have depth to their advantage. They can go deep.